And so I want you to be really clear. Just look at this, family. You don't even have to see the book. Do you see the table here? That has Osiris as Nimrod, Horus as Tammuz, and Set as Shem. I will show you where it comes from. In fact, I contacted the author of the blog. And the author of the blog said that he has not given anyone permission to use his tables. He then, wait, let me finish. And then he asked me if I would tell him who gave him that, and I said I would not.
So let me say this. You contacted the author, and what you've shown so far is that one image, and you showed some other images, but you named a website that you got one image from, without pointing out whether or not the image is what we call legally public domain. And all you would have had to done, instead of doing what I'm going to now be very poised in saying, is the agent-like thing of saying that I'm going to call the author, the owner, and I'm going to see if the brother plagiarized. Among a couple of things I definitely have some problems with, the poor use of what he's talking about. He says he's a scholar. He actually boasts of being a scholar. But anyone who knows legal language, you know that he's been misusing terms all night when he's spoken legally. When you're talking about an image, you're not talking about plagiarism. You're talking about copyright infringement. That's number one. When we get to a point in our community where there's contention on scholastic works that we produce, the brother called me in so many ways tonight, his brother, his brother, his brother. Don't you know that, and I want to look you in your eye because you're a man, and I want to look you in your eye as an equal man. Okay. Don't you know that as your brother, if I encountered your work and I felt that there was something scholastically unfounded in your work, the first person I would approach about that is you, not anyone else. If I thought that there was plagiarism in your work, the first person that I would speak to about that is you, because you're my brother. I would go to my brother first before I go to any outside source, because you are first my brother. That is the reason why I called it agent-like without necessarily calling you an agent. I don't think you're an agent, but I'm classifying the behavior as agent-like because I don't like the terms thrown around as brother if we're not going to behave as such. The problem that I have with that, Jabari, is the fact that you've thrown around the term brother all night. And the first thing that we know as brothers is that when your brother does something wrong, we do something that's called, we pull our brother's coattail. We tell our brother first. So if there's an issue with our brother, we first come to our brother. There is definitely a problem in the black community when we have issues with one another and we are going to the very same people who present a much bigger issue to bring about resolution. The more genuine act to have done was to present that to me and said, my brother, this bothers me, this worries me, and this is what I found, and how would you like to proceed with this, before you had done that. Now, I'm not saying that because there's any guilt associated with it, because I'm not saying that because there's any guilt associated with it, because I know every single image that I used in here, and I'm enunciating it on camera for the author you heard, because it's his fault that he entered into public domain. It's public domain, which i.e. is free use.
Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery, flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scarred shogun, explosion when my pen hits tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics.